Imagine if I told you that you don't need to push yourself to improve every single day to succeed. That's right. Progress can happen naturally, even if you take a step back sometimes. Most people panic at the thought of falling behind because society constantly preaches. Grind daily or fail, everywhere you look. There are messages telling you that if you don't hustle every minute, you're somehow lagging behind. But what if the key to growth wasn't forcing constant improvement, but simply allowing life to unfold while you stay ready? What if, instead of pushing yourself relentlessly, you focused on being aware, reflective, and present, trusting that the right actions would emerge at the right time? Here's the hard truth. Most people burn themselves out trying to improve every single day. They set impossible routines, track every minute, and beat themselves up when they slip. They wake up with grand plans and go to bed exhausted, feeling as if they haven't done enough. And what happens as a result? Motivation crashes, guilt sets in, and progress stalls. The majority of people chase perfection, believing that every small failure is catastrophic. The 99% push themselves endlessly, thinking they must always be productive. Meanwhile, the 1%, those who truly achieve sustainable growth, learn a simple but profound truth. Growth is not about constant daily effort. It's about alignment, awareness, and patience. Growth is about knowing when to act, when to pause, and when to let life itself carry you forward. So, what's the alternative to this exhausting cycle? Progress happens naturally when you combine presence, reflection, and readiness. You don't need to hit the gym every day, read 50 pages, or perfect every skill all at once. What matters is staying engaged, making small intentional choices, and trusting that momentum builds over time. Imagine a tree in a dense forest. It doesn't grow a new branch overnight. It doesn't strive or strain to reach the sky in a single day. Instead, it grows slowly, steadily, sometimes imperceptibly, until eventually the forest around it flourishes, and the tree stands tall and strong. Your growth is similar. It is gradual, sometimes invisible, but inevitable when nurtured with patience and care. Think of a river flowing downstream. You don't have to paddle constantly to reach the ocean. The current does the work. Your role is not to force the river, but to keep your boat upright, adjust when needed, and allow the flow to carry you forward. Similarly, imagine planting a seed in your backyard. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust that nature will do its work. That seed might surprise you. One day it becomes a sapling, then a tree, and eventually a flowering plant that bears fruit. Growth often happens invisibly, behind the scenes, in ways that you cannot always measure immediately. Here's a story. A friend of mine wanted to write a book. She tried to force herself to write daily, thinking she needed to produce a chapter every day to succeed. After a month of stress, self-doubt, and constant pressure, she gave up. She felt like a failure and believed she lacked discipline. But then she tried a different approach. She allowed herself to write when inspired, reflect when stuck, and read when curious. She gave herself permission to rest, to observe, and to let ideas flow naturally. 6 months later, the book was finished. Not rushed, not forced, but refined, meaningful, and far better than she could have imagined. Consistency was replaced by alignment with natural momentum, and the results were far more powerful than any rigid routine could have produced. So how do you apply this in your own life? The first step is to observe, not force. Instead of pushing yourself every day, notice opportunities for growth and learning. Ask yourself, where can I contribute today? What can I explore without pressure? Prioritize flow over grind. Some days will feel unproductive, and that is perfectly okay. Life accumulates lessons even in pauses, moments of reflection, and periods of quiet observation. Reflect regularly. Once a week, review your actions, choices, and experiences. Growth emerges from insight, not constant effort. Ask yourself, did you allow yourself space to learn today? Did you let experiences teach you, even passively? You might be surprised by how much natural progress occurs when you step back and allow yourself to flow with life, rather than against it. Let's explore this further. Daily habits are tools, not shackles. Their purpose is to support you, not to exhaust or restrict you. True discipline is knowing when to act and when to pause. Presence is the secret ingredient often overlooked in self-improvement culture. Obsessive improvement creates stress and drains energy, while reflective improvement cultivates wisdom, patience, and resilience. You are not defined by the output of a single day or by the tasks you completed yesterday. You are defined by the trajectory you are on, and that trajectory is built gradually over time through repeated small decisions, awareness, and alignment with your goals and values. Those who succeed naturally often do so by trusting the process, not forcing it. Their growth engine is patience, alignment, and readiness, not relentless daily grind. Picture two people. One pushes themselves to improve every day, grinding with unrelenting intensity, burning out within months, and feeling exhausted by the weight of expectation. The other lets progress unfold, staying aware, making intentional choices, and trusting life's natural rhythm. 10 years later, the second person surpasses the first, not because they worked harder every day, but because they respected the natural flow of growth. The weight of forcing improvement daily is heavy, exhausting, and demoralizing. The beauty of trusting natural progress, however, is light, liberating, and sustainable. You are not behind if you are learning in your own rhythm. You are not failing if your path looks different from what others are telling you it should be. Growth is not a straight line. It's a river, meandering, bending, and sometimes hidden, but always moving forward. Here's the ultimate takeaway. You don't need to grind daily. You don't need to perfect every skill overnight. Life has a rhythm, and growth often happens invisibly. Stay aligned, stay ready, reflect, and trust the process. Start today. Stop stressing about every minute, every task, every goal. Notice, reflect, and allow progress to occur naturally. Your journey doesn't have to be forced. It just has to be conscious. Remember this. Growth is a river, not a sprint. A forest, not a seedling. Stay patient, stay aware, and watch your life flourish. Life rewards those who cultivate awareness, patience, and alignment with their natural rhythm, not those who chase perfection relentlessly. By trusting the natural flow of growth, you create a life that is not just successful, but meaningful, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling.